What's up everyone? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Why do the Amazon trucks have the most annoying backup noise ever? Do you guys hear that? In today's video, we are actually doing something different. I brought this up in a previous video, only one. I'm gonna start bringing this up in all of my DoorDash videos from now on. But I really wanted to start something which I think other people might do. I'm not sure if it's really something in the DoorDash community. It might be, but I really wanna do it for myself as well. So I said in one of my previous videos, if any of you guys have any sort of stories related to DoorDash or any of the gig apps, to send them my way if it's something that was funny or bad or just entertaining in some way. And I also want to say, if you guys have like any work related stories, even if it's not related to DoorDash, I think it'd be funny to get like a perspective of someone working at a restaurant, like their side of things, if they dealt with something. I don't know. But if you guys have any work related stories, whether it's DoorDash or even just a normal job, I think it would be cool to just read them on here and kind of react to them. I see people do these as live streams, which would be cool, but I definitely don't have enough videos to do a full live stream and like get your guys' reaction. But maybe one day, if you're interested in that, let me know. But this is the email. If you guys want to send me any of your stories, it's doordashstories@yahoo.com. That's all it is. And yeah, make sure you spell it correctly or I will not get your email. And please make sure you send it to that email. I did have someone send it to my business email. I'm still gonna read it, but just make sure you send it to that email because then it might get lost in the other emails that I get. So just try to make sure you send it to the DoorDash stories. I will also have it linked right in the description for you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start with the email that was actually sent to the incorrect email, and I'm not gonna say any people's names because unless they say it themselves. So if you don't want your name to be said for whatever reason, just don't put it in the email. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna read it, but I'll try to cut it out if you don't want me to. So let's see what this first story is. And they sent two different emails, so I think there's maybe a follow-up or I think they just forgot something. So pretty short. So I wanted to say really quick, I probably will be pausing in between reading their stories just in case I have something to say or like comment on. So let's just get started. I got one a couple of months ago. It was a $6.50 order from McDonald's, less than 2 miles away. I said, okay, great. Wasn't an apartment, wasn't a hotel, so I took it. I didn't even get out of the driveway and they were flagging me down, saying, you took my, wait, what? He didn't even get out of the their driveway, I think. And they were flagging me down, saying, you took my food. I said, no, the bag is sealed. You have to call the restaurant or DoorDash support. Not even 2 minutes later, I get a call from a DoorDash number and it was them saying you took my food. And I said, no, I did not. The bag is sealed. You have to call the restaurant or DoorDash support. And they hung up. A few minutes later, DoorDash called me, but it was from DoorDash and she asked me what happened, why I had a customer complaint. I said, you need to call the restaurant, not me, because they sealed the bags and I had nothing to do with it. And I told them they had a full parking with about 5-6 cars and they could go over there and get their orders for themselves. And she laughs. I said to her, am I done here? Can I go to the next order? Because I'm not the victim here. They are. And she replies back, yes, we are done. Hung up. They never sent me a form to fill out or anything. So, Okay, and then they also have a little quick thing. Oh, and I wrote the customer's name down and address just in case I see it again. I won't get it. Good for you. I don't really have much to say about that. I've had people act like, oh, we're missing an item. But usually, if you guys don't know, great tip. Copy a message in your notes or something that says your DoorDash or what do I even have? Let me read you guys my notes. I can't even remember what it says anymore because I haven't had to use it in a really, really long time. Okay, I always have this just in case I ever need to send it and then I just copy it and paste it. The number you have contacted is no longer in use. Please contact support for further help. That's what I do because once we drop off the order, we are no longer on your order and we get to move on from it. So I feel like you did the right thing there. So I don't know. I haven't had anyone ever act that way towards me about, oh my gosh, Amazon, be quiet. I've never had anyone go to that extreme though. So thank you for sharing your story. Now let's read the other ones. Both of these other stories are also not super long, but let's just get into this one. So this one starts off with, so a few weeks ago when DoorDash had peak pay for $4 extra, I actually got a customer whom I had 2 nights prior. So I was excited because I was like, sweet, $11 to do this delivery that is 5 minutes away. So he got McDonald's again like the previous night and I lucked out being next in the drive-thru with food ready. I got my food and proceeded to his location, which was a mobile home, and I remembered his notes, which was leave at door, the light is on. I drove up there and stopped just before his driveway so I wasn't too loud, like I stopped at the trailer ahead of him and walked up set the McDonald's bag down, and heard the loudest scream like the Hulk. Ah! Oh, wait, I don't know. What does the Hulk do? Oh, I don't know. I was slightly taken aback, but figured he was gaming on a headset or something. Then suddenly he flung the door open, which startled me, and I quickly stammered, "Oh, I'm sorry." I've done that before. I just apologized because I didn't know what else to say, but obviously I didn't do anything wrong. He then proceeded to look at me and say, "Fuck off." What? I was so scared I didn't take a picture and immediately contacted DoorDash. It sounds like not that scary, but I was petrified. It was nighttime. Oh, this is a girl. I didn't know that. It was nighttime and I'm a 5'1" girl and couldn't for the life of me figure out what his problem was. That's so weird, especially if this is someone that you've that you've delivered to before. What a weirdo. Fast forward a couple weeks ago, I get another order for that same mobile home park, but not him. So I had to drive past his dark trailer that had no lights on, and as I drove by his trailer, each light came on and his front door opened. I got so scared and drove off quickly, almost hitting the curb. I vowed to never go near that mobile home park ever again. Yeah, that seems really weird. I have never had anyone in person say like F you to me or F off or anything. Not in person. I've had someone text me, if you've seen my story where she called me like a bee and was just rude for no reason. It's like, it's really weird that he happened to see you drive by and turn all of his lights on and stuff. Like, that's really weird. And especially means you're a girl. You need to be careful. Like, there are some scary, scary things that happen to girls out here. We are all aware. Obviously it happens to men too, but you need to make sure you always have something to protect yourself. I have something on my keychain I was gonna show you, but I don't know where it is right now. And it's my pepper spray. I always have that. And then one day I really want to get a permit to conceal just to have, because you never know. My mom was telling me a story yesterday. You never know what could happen out there. Like, that was something that wasn't too terrible, but still, it could be bad. It could have been worse. Someone could easily just snatch you up. 5'1", that's scary. Girl, me, I'm 5'5", 5'6", still feel like I could easily be snatched. So just make sure you have something on you at all times. Even when you're going to drop off the order, try to make sure you have that. I almost always try to take my keys out of the car now just in case, especially if it's in a really unsafe area. I don't feel safe even leaving my car running for 2 seconds while I run over to the house. It just make sure you always are aware, you guys. Even if you're a guy, make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Bad things happen to guys too. Okay, so let's get on to our last story. I'm not gonna read the first part because he told me his name just in case, but thank you for following me on YouTube. I really appreciate it. So, I was dashing the other night and dropped an order off on like the border of the town. It was like a 10-minute drive. Anyways, I get the order out to its destination and that goes fine. Next thing is I get another order that is a pay with my red card at Baskin Robbins. Ew, I've never done one of those. Ugh. Sounds terrible. Ugh. And ice cream, oh, it'd just be so messy. And I get there and I realize I don't have my wallet, but I knew I just had it because I had just got gas that hour. Tear my car apart and then still can't find it. So at this point I'm panicked because I had like, oh shit, $300 cash in there along with ID, well that's terrible, and things, etc. Then I unassigned the order and think, what could have happened to my wallet? I decide to backtrack my steps to my last delivery, which I knew was a 10-minute drive, but at this point it was worth a try. So I make the drive and get out to my last driver delivery spot, and there it is. Oh well, my wallet is in the middle of the road, standing up on its side, like unbelievable. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh shit. I was so elated, I can't even explain it with words. Anyways, that's my story. I hope you get a kick out of it. Hey, thank you. I actually did. That was funny. I've never lost. One time I lost my glasses and I thought I had dropped them outside of a restaurant, so I started looking, but it was dark outside. Could not find them until the next day, and it was literally on the passenger side of my car. But I looked all over there, I swear. So I don't know how they just ended up there. It was really weird. But thankfully, I've never lost anything like that. That is terrible. How did your wallet get outside of your car? I wonder how that happened. On a delivery? See, I don't take my wallet outside of my car ever. Maybe it just fell. But also, guys usually have like smaller wallets. I'm pretty sure that was a guy. So maybe that's what it was? I don't know, that's weird. But I'm very glad you got your wallet back. That was a funny story. Thank you so much for sharing. So when I do these type of videos, I think it would be cool to also end on my own little story, even though not always, because it's not like I have an endless supply of stories. So sometimes if there's a bunch of stories, I'm not going to add my own, but it means we only had 3. I think right now I could add a little fun story, kind of what made me want to do this in the first place. Not very long ago, I got a double order. It was a really, really good double order. It was like 6 miles maybe. Could have been better, but still not very bad. 6 miles for like $20. and I think we had a peak pay. I don't remember all the details, but something really good. So I knew the orders could have been more. I've never been to this place. It's a pizza place. I get there. This lady gives me one of the orders and I'm like, okay. And then she's like, oh, but this other order's gonna be about 10 more minutes. And so I think, okay, that's fine. 10 more minutes. I have the one order. I'll just wait. And then I started realizing there's like so many people walking over to this place. It's outside. We're all standing there. There are so many people. And so I even go wait in my car for a little bit. I use their bathroom. I bet you 15 minutes has passed and I finally am able to get help again because they kind of just ignored me after they'd helped me that one time until finally I asked someone, can you please check on this order I'm waiting on? You guys, this guy goes in and then a different guy comes out who I'm assuming was the manager and he says,
I'm so sorry. That order still has about 15 more minutes left on it. We just recently started doing DoorDash, so we're just still getting the hang of things.
So my issue, you guys, at this moment was I do not like being lied to. Why couldn't the lady earlier not have told me 10 minutes? I don't understand why it's like, oh, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Just be honest with me. So at that moment, I was very, very irritated. I had the one order and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do yet because forgot to mention this, like right before I had asked them again, I wanted to speed up the process because I had just gotten an extremely good double Uber that ended up being $31, so I'm happy I was able to take it. But I was just really irritated because I wanted to go do that very fast. And so at that moment, that customer's order was already late by about 30 minutes. I was supposed to pick it up like 25 minutes before that. So I ended up leaving, obviously, and I was very annoyed. So I unassigned from the stupid order and dropped off that order. Oh, and then, you guys, the story doesn't even end there. So, my stupid ass, before I had unassigned from the order, like, I had put in the address to the customer I thought I was delivering to, you guys. Like, the customer, I thought I had their food. Well, guess what? I realized on the road I was on, I had driven like 3 miles to this house, I realized I was going to the customer whose order I didn't even have. So I had to turn around and I was so pissed because the customer's food who I did have was literally a mile away from the restaurant. So I drove like an extra 2.5 miles for no reason, realized it when I got there. It was just all around a stupid experience. Really stupid day. But I was able to get the Uber done right after that, so it was fine. But, oh, I was just so annoyed. And I feel like it doesn't sound that bad on here, but you guys, you don't understand. Maybe you do understand. I was wasting so much time. And then I drive to the wrong house. I mean, it was just awful. But I got the order dropped off. Everything was good. Unassigned from that other order. Like, I don't even know how I put the wrong address, but sometimes I'll put the address in before I end up leaving. And for some reason, that's the address I put in. I don't even know, you guys. It doesn't even make sense, but it was a nightmare, okay? It was a nightmare and I was mad. So I have not gone to that place since. I don't really want to go there again just because it seems like a really long wait and I don't want to deal with it. My main issue was why was I assigned a double and I have to wait 30 minutes to get the next order. This order is going to be totally cold. You know what I mean? Or not cold, but not warm anymore, you know? So I don't know. It was stupid. Made me kind of get mad at the doubles. If you guys have any of your own stories that are, like I said, funny, interesting in any way at all, please send them to the email that is linked down below. DoordashStories, DoorDash, STORIES @yahoo.com. So if you'd like your story to be read on here, I'm hoping to make these videos. If we get a decent amount of stories, maybe like once a week or maybe like once every 2 weeks, something like that, just so it's not too much on my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's a little new, so don't judge me. We're gonna get this figured out more. This is just how I have the background right now because I'm not really sure what I want the setup to be for this type of content. So I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. I post all sorts of different type of content when it comes to DoorDash, Grubhub, all of that, and then I also make some stock related videos and occasionally my own dedicated videos for bad story times, but very rarely because thankfully not too much terrible crap happens to me anymore. Thank goodness. But I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!